We keep you informed and just happen to have a great time doing it. It's Stillwater's Morning Scramble with Steve Daniels on Triple Play Sports Radio.
Stillwater's Morning Scramble, glad to have you here, 8:33, and Jared's going to hang out with Lake McMurtry. Good to see you. And Adventure Camp has started.
Adventure Camp has officially started. It was a great day in the park yesterday. It was beautiful, 75 degrees, and the kids got to go on hiking excursions yesterday. Part of my job is to go out on the trails and take a look at the trail condition and give a report. And so as I was out doing a trail report yesterday, I got to hear and see the kids doing their excursion and identifying plants, identifying animal tracks. They were just having a blast, man.
How many you have out there?
This week we have about 20. And then next week, our Outdoor Skills and Living week, we have a little over 40 signed up for that week. So that week's pretty heavy. And we're really excited. And I got to, hats off to our camp counselors and Dr. Nicole Colston for, spending so much time getting this put together for the summer and spending the time with the kids and helping them learn through adventure. I just love hearing the kids in the park every day. It's so much fun.
Can they join midweek if somebody's just now listening?
Yes. So this week has started, so we're not accepting enrollments now for this week. However, open enrollment is still going on for weeks 3 and 4. Week 3 is Outdoor Skills and Living, where they get to learn about camping, tying knots, building forts, all that good stuff. And then week 4 they can still sign up for, and that's Wild Arts, and that's where they use different materials and do artwork. So I recently went and got 5 buckets of natural red clay from the park that they're going to do some art projects with, and it's really cool.
Wow.
Wild Arts is actually a really cool week too. So you can still sign up for those 2 weeks. Some of the kids that participate in week 1, they end up signing up for multiple weeks after that. And we even have one young gentleman, Adrian, who was here last year.
He signed up for 3, I know.
He signed up for the entire month of June.
Okay.
His grandfather, Pat, says hi to me when I come in on radio every time.
Pat, of course, Pat Osmond is the sales legend here.
Yeah.
Or one of our sales legends.
And I learned Pat, he basically helped stake out and build Lake McMurtry with the city when they built it back in the 70s. And he was one of the first lake rangers out there. And so he was giving me a history lesson on the lake the other day, and it was really cool to learn about.
He learned a lot of that from his expedition with Lewis and Clark.
Wow. I better get his autograph or something. Sign a history book, please.
There you go. There's a statue of him on the trail, I think.
No, but he had some really awesome, just stories about the park before Lake McMurtry was even in existence, and so not stuff you get to hear about every day. And
that's great.
That was really great. So yeah, Adventure Camp is ongoing. The weather looks great this week, and if you're interested, jump online, lakemcmurtry.org. Click on Adventure Camp and just read about it and learn about it, man. It's a ton of fun, and the kids get out and they get outdoors and they get unplugged and they learn about their environment. We use the park as a educational learning environment for them. So tons of fun.
Now, this is the second year for this.
Second year.
Last year, did you have any idea how it would take off?
We didn't. We were basically getting our feet wet with it last year, learning just how to even run the camp, all the little operations of it. And so, we had about 50 kids sign up last year. We've almost doubled registration this year from last year. And so that's a positive sign. And we have some returning kids from last year, which is another positive. So I think from here, with the expansion of this year and the growth of this year, I think we're going to shoot even higher for next year. We're already discussing ways we can expand the length of camp, the different themes that seem to be popular with the campers. We're already discussing that now to try to maybe expand camp next year. So,
is there anyone else around that does anything like this?
Oh yeah, there are several different camps.
Okay.
Yeah, there are several different summer camps for kids around town. You have to kind of look for them, and you have to kind of be in the know. The Stillwater Living magazine puts out a really good article every year. They put out a summer's activities list every year, and they go through and they list all the different summer programs. And you have several different ones at OSU. You have athletic, different types of youth sports programs. You have a couple different nature. You do have a nature. I think it's Crystal's Camp. There's an over at Sanborn Lake.
Yes, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. So there's a couple out there, but I don't feel like there's enough out there to fulfill the needs of all of the community. And so we're trying to fit in there, and that's part of our mission too, is to preserve the park and educate stewards, and so that's the camp really fits our mission very well. and allows us, and it enables us to teach kids to be stewards of the park. So when they grow up, they preserve the resources, and they teach their kids to preserve the resources, and kind of a generational thing.
What's the age limit? Is there one?
Yeah, 7 to 12 years old. That's what the curriculum is designed for.
Okay.
That specific age group. Dr. Nicole Colston from OSU designed our curriculum, and she's built in a lot of great science and technology planning and citizen science type of curriculum for the kids. So, for instance, they're learning how to use an iNaturalist citizen science app on the iPads out there, and what they do is they take a piece of technology, they go on their hiking excursion, and they identify plants and animals and bugs.
So I could do like poison ivy.
Yeah, it's kind of like an Instagram for kids.
Okay.
And let me preface that, an educational platform. And what I mean is they take a picture and then they upload it,
right,
and the system can help them identify it, walk them through identifying it. They can put their own notes in, and they post it to a platform with all their other campers, and they can all look at their observations of what they observed that day during camp. You observed a tree frog, and this kid over here observed a black oak tree, and they can see the picture and the descriptions that the kids type in. And then this app is actually used as a citizen science app globally, where scientists actually use this data for various research projects. And so they're adding to that while learning. And so, that's just one new activity this year.
How many schools benefit from Lake McMurtry right around here, or take advantage of this? Do you have schools that do? We just had Terry McCarty, who's superintendent of Perry. Do you have classes come out there?
So we've had some in the past, and we're trying to build that up even more. We've even had a private school from Tulsa drive all the way down and spend an entire day with us. There's a teacher I know over in Coyle, and he and I were discussing the other day about working with the different school districts to have day trips out there.
Absolutely.
Throughout the school year. And we're taking that idea, and we've discussed it a little bit internally about how we could utilize camp, have a mini camp week where each day is a different school that comes out and basically engages in the camp curriculum, over fall break, over spring break, that kind of stuff. And so as we move forward with camp and expand it, that's actually one of the directions we want to go, is to get more schools out for kind of field trips.
It only makes sense, doesn't it?
Yeah, it really does. It really does. And we're not too far away, but we're far enough away where the kids and the parents feel like they're away.
When last time you were on, Gay Washington was on with us. Mm-hmm. This seems like a perfect marriage, doesn't it?
It really does.
With the Wondatorium in a way.
Yeah.
Because they have the school connections.
They do. They're doing very similar things in just kind of a different way. We're trying to educate our youngsters out at the lake through our outdoor environment, and Dr. Washington is doing something very similar over at the OK Wondatorium with all the different displays and activities they have set up there for the different various lessons and learning. I really think that if we grow a relationship with all the different, nonprofits around Stillwater, OK Wondatorium is one I'd love to develop a relationship with, and even learn from them and what they're doing and how they're educating their youngsters. And I think there's a really good connection there and similarities between the two organizations.
It's more than just a show. It's community. It's the Stillwater Morning Scramble with Steve Daniels on the Triple Play Sports Radio Network.